Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this channel. This space for people who want to grow, not overnight, but for life. If you believe growth should be honest, calm, and practical, you are in the right place. So let's begin. Sometimes I feel like we are trying to escape something, not the world, not people, but our own life. And the strange part is, we don't even know why. We say we want change. We say we want growth. We say we want peace. But look at your action. They keep choosing the same life. Not because you are weak, not because you are lazy, but because your brain is addicted to something you never question. Suffering. You don't even call it suffering. You call it my life. Think about this. Whenever you start improving, you finally feel foolish, focused, disciplined, different. Something strange happens. You skip one day, then another, and suddenly you are back to the same habits. And tell you yourself, I lost motivation. That's not the growth. What actually happened is, your brain felt uncomfortable with the new version of you. Not because it was bad, but because it was unfamiliar. Your brain does not care about your success. It does not care about your happiness. It cares only about one thing: safety. And in your brain language, safety does not mean good. Safety means known, familiar. So, if stress has been normal for you, if overthink has been your daily routine, if emotional pain has been part of your identity, your brain says, at least I understand this life. Even if that life is slowly destroying you. That's why when something better comes into your life, a new habit, a new opportunity, a new version of you, your brain doesn't celebrate. It whispers, this is risky, this is unfamiliar, and quietly it pulls you back. Let me ask you something honestly. If you truly hated suffering, why do you keep returning to it? Because you are not addicted to pain. You are addicted to what feels familiar. At some point, something dangerous happens in the mind. You stop saying, I am going through a difficult phase, and you start saying, this is just my life. Read that again in your head. This is just my life. Your problem becomes your story. Your story becomes your personality, and personality becomes your prison. And now, even when healing shows, even when peace becomes possible, you feel uncomfortable. Because if the pain leaves, who are you without it? That's why so many people sabotage their own progress. You have seen this in your own life. You start doing well. You become disciplined. You feel momentum. And then suddenly, you procrastinate. You go back to the old habits. You break the routine. You think it's a discipline problem, but it's not. It's an identity problem. Your brain saying this version of you is not who we are. So it's pull you back to old version. Not because that life is better, but because that life is familiar. Your brain runs pattern. What you think again and again. What you feel again and again. What you repeat again and again becomes normal. If you live in the stress for years, your nervous system learns stress is home. If you live in the disappointment for years, your system learns disappointment is normal. If you live in the self-doubt for years, your system learns that as identity. So when peace shows up, your life becomes calm. Your system feels strange, not because peace is wrong, but because peace is new. And your brain's scared of new. That's why some people feel bored when life becomes stable. That's why some people create drama when things are doing well. That's why some people destroy becomes good opportunity. Not intentionally, automatically. Because the brain does not recognize peace as safety. It recognizes familiar pain as safety. The most dangerous sentence you can ever say is, "This is just how my life is." Because the moment you say that, you stop seeing your life as pattern. You start seeing as its destiny. But your own life is not fixed. Your mind is trained. You don't need a new life. You need a new pattern. So what actually changes everything? You start noticing where you keep choosing the same pain, not blaming yourself. When you repeat the same mistake, where you stay in situations that drain you, where you create stress that is not necessary, awareness breaks autopilot. You cannot change what you refuse to see. Then something deeper must shift inside you. You must stop treating your pain as your identity. You are not your past. You are not your trauma. You are not your current situation. Those are experiences, not who you are. The moment you stop, "This is who I am," and start saying, "This is what I learned," you give permission to change. Right now, your brain believes familiar equals safe and new equals danger. That's why feel growth uncomfortable. That's why peace feels strange. You must slowly teach your nervous system that growth is safe, that peace is allowed, and that discomfort is temporary. Stop asking, "Does this feel comfortable?" Start asking, "Is this making me better?" Your brain learns through repetitions. What you expose is to again and again becomes your new normal. And the story you keep telling yourself matters more than you think. Your mind does not follow logic. It follows language. If you say, "This is just my life," your brain will protect that life. If you start saying, "This is a pattern I am outgrowing," your brain slowly rewire around that identity. The words you repeat becomes the person you became. Here is what most people never realize. They don't fail because they aim too high. They fail because they stay loyal to the version of themselves that no longer fits. You are not afraid of success. You are not afraid of becoming someone unfamiliar. But every level of growth demands new identity. You cannot build a new life with an old self-image. So listen carefully. You are not addicted to suffering because you love pain. You are addicted to because it feels normal. But normal is not destiny. The moment you choose awareness over autopilot, growth over comfort, identity over history, your brain begins to change. You don't need a new life. You need a normal. You need a new normal. And the day you stop calling suffering my life is the day your real life begins. If this made you reflect, stay here. This channel is not about motivations. It's about a real psychology to real change. Thanks for watching.